Welcome back to Marvelous Videos. I'm Rylan, and today we will be taking a look at the Mortal Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms ending explained. The new Mortal Kombat animated movie is here, and like all those who were impressed by Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge, we too were eagerly awaiting this sequel. Directed by Ethan Spaulding, Battle of the Realms does serve as an exciting sequel, and true to its title. It is indeed about the greater battle between the realms, and does not focus on just a single character. Those who are familiar with the gore associated with Mortal Kombat will find themselves in familiar waters, because the narrative does not skip a beat when it comes to portraying graphic details of all the violent moments. The story packs quite a punch, and we love the way that the movie ended. So, in this video, we will explore the movie in greater detail, and also take you through the somewhat confusing bits. All your queries will be answered, and we will also explain the ending to you as well. So, all you Mortal Kombat fans, sit tight, and let the action begin. Before we go into today's analysis, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is just a small step for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thanks. Now, on with the video. Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge. Before we explore the sequel, let us quickly take you through what has happened in Scorpion's Revenge. The Grandmaster of Shirai Ryu, Hanzo Hasashi, and his son, Satoshi, are ambushed by several ninjas from the rival Lin Kuei clan. Hanzo finds out that they have slaughtered his entire clan, including his wife, and kills them all. However, Sub-Zero appears and kills Satoshi before impaling Hanzo with an icicle. However, he is resurrected by Quan Chi, and the sorcerer wants him to fight in the tournament to get his revenge on Sub-Zero. All this while, Raiden and Liu Kang are preparing for the Mortal Kombat tournament to protect the Earthrealm. It is being hosted by Shang Tsung, and the winner will fight him to decide the final fate. In the course of events, we learn that Quan Chi was behind the slaughter, and he simply manipulated Lin Kuei to do his dirty work. Sub-Zero was not actually involved in the killings at all. The Earthrealm fighters prevail, and Shang Tsung is quickly defeated. He retreats to Outworld, and the Earthrealm heroes escape from the island.
Shang Tsung's power, the island will collapse. We must go.
We see Shao Kahn punishing Shang Tsung for his failure, and he prepares for an invasion of Earthrealm. Mortal Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms. The movie opens on a violent note as we see a couple being attacked by the Tarkatans. The woman has a baby clinging onto her, but the Tarkatans get her husband and even injure her fatally. Just as they are about to kill the baby as well, Lord Raiden appears, and he saves the kid by slaying the monsters. In her dying moments, the mother names the baby Liu Kang. The next scene takes us a few years after the conclusion of the infamous Mortal Kombat tournament. Shao Kahn sends Outworld's vicious forces to attack Earthrealm, and they are accompanied by Kitana. The forces suffer overwhelming losses, but they do have strength in numbers. The Earthrealm's defenses are being led by Raiden, who has rallied together the likes of Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Curtis Stryker, and Jax Briggs. Just as Johnny Cage comically interrupts a discussion between Kitana and her forces, Sonya Blade comes to his help, and the battle heats up when the other warriors appear as well. Suddenly, Shao Kahn appears, and he asks Raiden for a new tournament to end the endless cycle of fighting between the realms. This time, the fighting would take place in Outworld, and much to the shock of everyone else, Raiden accepts the proposal.
Soul so pure that he could save the realms.
Why does Raiden keep accepting such proposals? Well, you just fight the toughest of adversaries and win it, fair and square. In that universe, Does it make much sense to accept the offer of a rematch? Especially when the stakes are this high. The likes of Johnny Cage and others are baffled for a reason with Raiden's decision, and it is hilarious how readily he agrees. Shao Kahn did not accept his defeat the last time, so what makes him think that he would accept it now? Anyway, we guess that it is just a great way to further the storyline. So let us take you back to the plot. He infers that the tournament might be the only way to have a permanent solution, because the fate of the Earthrealm should not be left on a future generation. Besides, he believes that resources are the least of Shao Kahn's problems, and his forces would keep attacking the Earthrealm no matter how much losses they suffer. They agree to the tournament, and Raiden and Shao Kahn would go to the Elder Gods to seek permission for another tournament. The movie drops to another storyline, and we see Scorpion returning to the Netherrealm after the collapse of Shang Tsung's island. It is received by Shinnok, and he explains that Scorpion acquired a very important key in the island. It had somehow managed to bind with his soul, and he must enter Earthrealm in order to open the Temple of Elements. This would allow him access to the precious artifact that the temple protects, but Scorpion denies his orders and flees to the Earthrealm instead. The scene moves then to Lin Kuei's temple, and we see the Grandmaster ordering Kuei Liang and Smoke to capture Scorpion. He warns them that Scorpion is a terrific warrior, and they must get him alive. They are not too pleased with the proposition because Scorpion killed their brother, and they want revenge. However, they soon see that Cyrax and Sector, two of their missing comrades, have been turned into cybernetic forms. The Grandmaster claims that such a form is not as weak as the human form, and these robotic beings have some skills and technology, making them a formidable opponent. He wants to transform Smoke and Kuei Liang as well, but they make an effort to run away. While Kuei Liang manages to escape, he watches in horror as Smoke is left behind and is being changed by the cyborg-like duo. The story falls back to Raiden and Shao Kahn, both of whom appear in front of the Elder Gods. They seek permission for a new tournament, and the gods agree. However, Raiden has one more request for the Elder Gods. He wishes to be a participant in this tournament as a contestant, and for that, he wants to renounce his godhood. Shao Kahn is shocked and mocks him for his decision, but the Elder Gods grant his wishes, and Lord Raiden is turned into a mortal. The others are shocked to learn about this decision, but Raiden is not too bothered, and he reminds Liu Kang that he is still one of the finest warriors ever seen. They all step into a portal to head to the Outworld. Just as Raiden is about to step inside, Scorpion appears before him and tells him all that Shinnok told him. Raiden explains that the temple holds the Kamidogu safely. This is a relic of the realms, and if all of them are reunited, the power of the one being would be unleashed. Scorpion wants Raiden to separate his soul from the key, but as a mortal, he can no longer do so. He simply advises Scorpion to keep running from those who want to capture him in the Earthrealm. The fighters of Earthrealm assemble in the Outworld, and they face the contestants of Shao Kahn, such as Li Mei, Kintaro, Raiko, Devora, and Jade. In the very first match, Johnny Cage is defeated by Devora within a minute, but soon the Earthrealm fighters hit back. Liu Kang defeats Jade, and Li Mei is defeated by Sonya Blade. Jax kills Kintaro, and the fight for the day is called off. Back on Earthrealm, Sector and Cyrax finally find Scorpion. He fights them, but he is no match for the cybernetic soldiers. However, Kuei Liang stops them, and he is now the new Sub-Zero. He fights Scorpion for his revenge, and Smoke, now in a cyborg form, interrupts the fight. The ninjas soon lose to the three cyborgs, and Scorpion is captured and taken to the temple to open the gates. Sub-Zero appears once again and freezes the trio to kill Scorpion himself. Scorpion appeals to his good side and explains that he was merely lured in to kill his brother. He convinces Sub-Zero to join him, and they together protect the Kamidogu against the assailants. However, the cyborgs emerge victorious, and they take the Kamidogu and flee to the Netherrealm. Scorpion and Sub-Zero follow them there to confront Shinnok. Back in the fighting pits, Raiden casts Raiko out of the tournament, and Sonya Blade defeats Devora. Shao Kahn is too strong for Jax, and Shang Tsung kills Stryker. Soon, Kung Lao is defeated and killed by Shao Kahn, and things are not looking so good for the Earthrealm. Raiden and Kitana fight a decisive battle, but Kitana suddenly betrays Shao Kahn and attacks him. It is all in vain as Kitana is taken prisoner, and we witness an iconic battle between Liu Kang and Shang Tsung. The evil sorcerer manages to curse his left arm, but despite the obvious disadvantage, he manages to win the fight. In the Earthrealm, the Grandmaster delivers the Kamidogu to Shinnok, and we get to know from the Elder Gods the true nature of the artifact. They unleash the forces of the Netherrealm into Lin Kuei, thereby killing them. Sub-Zero and Scorpion arrive in this chaos, but they cannot stop Shinnok from taking over the power of the One Being. Let us quickly explain the One Being before we take you back to the story. One Being, Supreme Entity. The One Being is regarded as one of the two main antagonists in Mortal Kombat, a threat far greater than Shao Kahn. This preternatural entity is said to be the progenitor of the realms, and at the beginning of time, there existed the Elder Gods and the One Being. One Being fed on the essence of the Elder God, but finally it was defeated, and its consciousness was separated to weaken him permanently. The Elder God separated the consciousness into the realms, and created the 6 Kamidogu. It held the essence of the One Being, and if one gets all the 6 Kamidogu, then he would be carrying the ultimate power. The disembodied consciousness seeks to reunite all the realms and make itself whole, and that would destroy the universe as we know it. Coming back to the story, in the tournament, Shao Kahn defeats Raiden, and the final fight is between Shao Kahn and Liu Kang. The latter is declared the winner by the Elder Gods, and they summon him to fight Shinnok. If he is unable to defeat him, the realms will start merging, changing everything as we know it. He is blessed by the power of the Elder Gods, and Liu Kang heads to protect all of the realms along with Johnny, Sonya Blade, Jax, and Kitana. In a furious battle, Shinnok is about to kill Liu Kang, but he is stopped by Scorpion and Sub-Zero. The Deadly Alliance comes to the rescue. Shinnok is finally defeated, and the realms are once again separated as before. The movie ends with the question of, what if Shao Kahn and his evil forces attack Earthrealm once again? Liu Kang is determined to be in the line of defense, and we also see that Raiden has gained his godly powers back, and he is watching over them with lightning in the skies. The gripping climax explained. The explosive climactic moments of Mortal Kombat Legends were quite memorable, and it gets to the point where the fighters of Earthrealm must take on an even greater threat than Shao Kahn. One of the best storylines of the movie was about the Mad God, and how Shinnok is planning to get his hands on the ultimate weapon. The use of the robots was simply to get his hands on the final Kamidogu, and he simply wanted to release the One Being, the entity that could destroy all of the realms as we know them. Liu Kang is powered by the Elder Gods, and he has to bring down Shinnok before it is too late. By then, Shinnok has successfully merged with the One Being, and he has changed into a giant titan. Liu Kang has just exacted the perfect revenge for Raiden's death by defeating Shao Kahn, and courtesy of the Elder Gods, he too changes from a fire god to a dragon to fight the powerful enemy. However, he still wasn't powerful enough to take on the mighty Titan, and his fellow warriors are slowly failing to stop the inevitable destruction. This is when the deadly duo of Sub-Zero and Scorpion arrive and change the course of the battle. They manage to put aside their ancient enmity, and they use the best of Sub-Zero's frost blasts and ice slides to weaken the powerful enemy. Scorpion stabs the gigantic beast, and it gives the dragon enough time to recharge and attack once more. This time, the mighty enemy is down, and a giant Liu Kang emerges. He uses his powers to end the One Being for good, and the realms are once again separated to live freely. The ending also promises some good news. After Liu Kang gets his human self back, a romance brews between himself and Kitana, and even Johnny Cage has some luck with Sonya Blade, after being rejected by her for most of the movie. Shao Kahn's body is nowhere to be seen, and the warriors anticipate attempts of future invasions. Liu Kang says that they would be prepared for such dangers. And just as he says so, a powerful lightning strikes nearby. In the shadows, we see Raiden, who has probably been resurrected after he gave up his godhood. It does seem like he is up with the immortals once again. Future possibilities. The open-ended nature of the ending is hard to miss. It is clear that after the success of Scorpion's Revenge, this came as a great effort. If this is a commercial success, we can expect sequels to come along the way. For instance, Shao Kahn was mysteriously disappeared. He is certainly going to make a comeback, with his evil forces to torment the Earthrealm once again. One of the twists at the end was about the comeback of Raiden. He was immortal when he was killed in a fight, but the ending shows him in the shadows. He even caused a bolt of lightning, something that we associate with his god form. So, does he get his immortality restored? And is he back to being a god? These questions will be better answered in a sequel. If the intensity of the story is retained, we certainly wouldn't mind one springing up from the numerous loops kept purposely for future projects.
Brought my girlfriend and, whoa, she is pretty good with a rifle.
Our take on the movie. The animated Mortal Kombat movies of late are doing a better job than their live-action counterparts, and there's no denying that. The fans who have been playing the games will love this attempt, especially because of all the characters that have been brought into it. The narrative screams Mortal Kombat, and does not focus on any one character and their heroism. The story does feel a bit rushed at times, and it is true that too many things are happening on the screen for you to comprehend. If they spared a bit more time, the character developments could have been better, and the story could have even been elaborated further. But once you get past that, it is quite an enjoyable ride. Although this is a sequel to Scorpion's Revenge, the movie can be understood by someone who hasn't watched the earlier animated movie. The animation looked clean and fun, but it certainly lacks the finesse and advancement that the likes of the recent He-Man had brought to us. It does retain a cartoonish nature, which can be quite charming for its fans. The sketches are on point, and the action scenes are absolute showstoppers. They literally show you the skulls cracking and the bones smashing underneath on impact from a hit. With eyes popping out, arms being ripped out, etc., the movie does not skip out on the graphic details and all of the violence that unfolds. This makes the fight sequences a lot better, and it also feels like the good old Mortal Kombat as we've all known it to be. The voiceover is spot on as well, and it does add an edge to the narrative. Overall, this is a must-watch for all Mortal Kombat fans, and they will love the fact that the lore has been taken exactly from the games. Go ahead and watch the film, and we can assure you that, just like us, you would be waiting for the next animated Mortal Kombat movie, with bated breath to come your way. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to send a like and subscribe to our channel, if you haven't already. For marvelous videos, I'm Rylan. Have a good one, and be safe.
You shall pay for my brother's death.